Hello friends, my name is Matvey and I am the director of GLOBUS, Elite Furniture from China. Today, we have a long-awaited episode for many of our clients. We'll be showcasing Rimadesio and polyfoam systems, which feature very refined designs and are in high demand among clients worldwide. And here in China, you can purchase such furniture at up to 5 times less the cost. Let's get started. The Rimadesio system is considered a benchmark in the world of furniture design, and this didn't happen by chance. Rimadesio began offering comprehensive solutions unlike other suppliers. In other words, with this company, you can furnish comprehensive solutions unlike other suppliers. In other words, with this company, you can furnish absolutely any space using wall panels, shelves, tables, partitions, walk-in closets, bathrooms, and kitchens. That is, all the built-in elements and all the walls. They were not the first to use this approach. And most importantly, this allows you to create a unified style throughout your space. So your entire apartment, house, restaurant, or hotel can be designed in a single style without any harsh transitions. That's really cool. In addition, Rimadesio systems allow you to beautifully integrate elements into your space, for example, such as wall-mounted shelves. Take a look, they can hold up to 30 kilograms. They're very sturdy. For example, this table can support up to 50 kilograms, which is more than enough. And at the same time, if we look closely, there's an aluminum profile here. Everything is built in as neatly as possible. You can see that it's very reliable, and at the same time, when we look underneath or anywhere else, we don't see any gaps or any messy fastenings, right? No bolts or screws. So this is really well executed. If we just take a look, for example, these panels are made of veneer. The price is about $800 per square meter. You can use more affordable alternatives and visually it won't be much different. One option is PETG film. This is one of the new products. It will cost around $200 per square meter. If we're talking about this film, its main advantages are its eco-friendliness, which is a major trend worldwide right now, its durability and its attractive appearance. And of course, the quality is also very high. That's why many people are choosing it now, and the manufacturer is really pushing for eco-friendly solutions and is implementing these kinds of options. You can simply take a look at some examples of wardrobes, see how they're made, notice the beautiful lighting, everything is done very neatly, and there are many types of materials available. In other words, customization is possible and accessible. Everything can be tailored to you. And speaking of customization, friends, let me remind you that if you need furniture and are specifically interested in the Rimadesio brand, you can either come on a furniture tour to China or buy everything online. We have an excellent online store that lets you instantly see prices, make your selections, and organize everything by room. Even if you don't want to handle it yourself, just get in touch with our managers. They'll provide you with a free project estimate. Click the link if this interests you. Let's keep exploring the space. Take a look at how you can have, for example, an absolutely huge drawer. Notice how easily it slides out too, so you don't need to use any excessive force and it closes smoothly as well. The company also uses top hardware brands such as Bloom and many others, including Italian brands. And the company has become so skilled at producing this brand. In other words, they've studied Rimadesio's technology so thoroughly that in terms of quality and design, they can replicate everything almost exactly, but at up to 5 times less the price. Look at how beautifully the space is executed in a unified style. This polyfoam shelf here costs $7,700. In Europe, prices start at 10,000 to 15,000 euros, but in reality, the configuration can reach up to $30,000. So just look at the price difference. And as for the quality, I examined it thoroughly inside and out. There are absolutely no complaints, no scratches, everything is precisely fitted, everything is made perfectly. This shelf can also be mounted not only to the ceiling but to the wall as well. So depending on your projects, you can take this into account. Personally, I really like how this shelf zones the space and serves as a striking accessory. In addition, the factory produces these kinds of glass partitions, which are suitable for loggias, balconies, or simply for zoning different rooms. That is, they have a wide range of options, from the simplest, most classic ones like this, to some with more interesting designs. Also, take a look at this area. Here, the living room area is arranged, specifically the area with the TV, numerous shelves, and a push-open system. Everything opens up, it's all very beautiful and elegant, and moreover, you can customize the design and colors according to your project and choose everything you need. I also wanted to point out that I already mentioned the partitions. The company makes these kinds of doors that can zone the space or you can use them to create secret hidden rooms. For example, instead of transparent glass, you can have dark glass with hidden locks and so on. All of that is available here. So if you have any hidden showrooms, or maybe you want to separate off a certain area, for example, so that guests can't enter it in your home or in a restaurant. So all of this can be done as well. There are so many options. And now let's move on to probably the main and also the most interesting place, the kitchen, the heart of any home or apartment. Take a look at this space. One of the interesting features here is the use of porcelain stoneware countertops. And here, there's a small table that's built right into the island. And for tech enthusiasts and fans of electronic gadgets, there's a feature here where you can open the refrigerator just by pressing a button. Honestly, though, I think this is really for a niche audience. Because first of all, look, it takes several seconds for the door to open. So, in fact, I don't really see any major advantages to it. But again, if you want to impress your guests, or if you're a fan of all these kinds of things, you can install doors with an electric closer like this. Look, the door just closed by itself. Also, when it comes to hardware, this kitchen uses Italian fittings from the well-known brand Salis. It's a very high-quality brand. So the drawers will open and close smoothly. Anyone who knows this brand basically knows that it never disappoints. So I really like this kind of space. What do you think, friends? Please write your thoughts in the comments. Personally, I really like this kitchen. I like the style it's made in. One of the main features of this kitchen is this remote control, which moves the countertop. If you want to impress your guests, or you just like these kinds of tech innovations, you can buy this option. And look, the countertop slides out, plus there's a lot of storage space inside. You can put plates, forks, spoons, everything you need in here. And the table is very sturdy. I pressed it multiple times and tested it. So as you can see, at a minimum, by modest estimates, 4 or 5 people can easily sit at this table at the very least. And accordingly, with a press, the countertop slides back in. Another technical feature worth mentioning is that a wireless charger is built right under the porcelain stoneware surface, allowing you to charge your smartphones. The materials used in this kitchen are porcelain stoneware and natural veneer. And here, black lacquer is also used in these cabinets. And there is a lot of storage space here. For example, I can show you a drawer that uses a push-to-open system. And look how easily everything opens. All the drawers close very smoothly. It works very pleasantly. There is also a butterfly door installed here, which conceals this area where you can place a coffee machine and anything else you need. I know that some clients really like these kinds of solutions, so now I'll show you. Everything is very easy, without any extra effort, and very neat. This is how it closes. So if you need to open it, you just press it back, the door slides away, and you simply tuck it inside. Also, friends, I can't help but point out how masterfully they've integrated the outlets here. Just look at this incredibly refined work. Here you can use cables and there are standard outlets. Everything is done just beautifully. The island itself also has a lot of built-in cabinets. There's space to store dishes and really any kitchen utensils. Another interesting feature I wanted to show you is a cabinet that slides out. It uses an electric sensor that pushes it out, so you don't need to use much effort. Just look, this huge drawer slides out and its electric mechanism pushes it forward. And when you close it, it goes back in very smoothly as well. Overall, it's really interesting. And hello again, friends. I wanted to show you the aluminum panels produced by the factory, which can be used for zoning spaces, both commercial and residential. The aluminum is coated with a PVC film, which I mentioned earlier. It all looks like wood, very neat, aesthetically pleasing, and it's easy and simple to install. Right now we are in the office area, so take a look at how the cabinets, drawers, and wall panels are made here. In other words, everything you see in the room and what will be shown further on is made by the factory. Now we're moving on to the bedroom. In the bedroom, the walls and cabinets are also made by the factory. Absolutely everything is made by the factory. Here, for example, the cabinets use a push-to-open system. Here you can see that high quality, excellent hardware is used. There's no poor quality hardware anywhere. As I mentioned before, here is a women's vanity table, and now we're moving on to the next room, the walk-in closet. Just take a look. This is the kind of walk-in closet they have. and they're showing which elements they use to organize the interiors of the cabinets. For example, this section is for pants, this one is for t-shirts, and that one is for shirts. In other words, everything you see in the frame right now is made by the factory from start to finish. There's even a space here for laundry machines and for storing dirty clothes. Now we're moving on to the bathroom area. So they also make cabinets, mirrors, and shelves. And I want to draw your attention to this cabinet. Here, champagne-colored aluminum is used. It's a very neat, intricate piece of work. Inside, light oak wood is used with a push-open system. Everything opens very smoothly. There's also high-strength glass here, which is very beautiful and, as you can see, creates stunning effects thanks to the lighting. What do you think, friends? Here's another space from the factory that demonstrates how you can combine a kitchen and a living room. Just look at these colors. Everything is done so elegantly. And actually, I wanted to tell you this, friends. If you have a design project and you don't see what we're showing on screen right now, that's not a problem. The factory has many designers who can create absolutely any project for you. They have extensive experience and we will pass on your order so it will be executed exactly the way you want. So, friends, if you're interested, contact us using the details below. I also wanted to show you these shelves. Look at how neatly they're made, and at the same time they can handle a heavy load. The back panel itself is also entirely made by the factory. The factory also makes these kinds of partitions that I mentioned earlier, for example, for zoning a space. It folds up like this and unfolds like a book, so it's very convenient. For instance, if you want to separate the kitchen, which is a common design now, and then open it up again, you can do it just like this. Here they also use this very trendy, fashionable glass that's now popular and often used in walk-in closets, bathroom cabinets, and many other places. Take a look at these beautiful wall-mounted cabinets that are already built into the wall. All these wooden panels, everything you see right now is made by this factory. I really like this design a lot. What about you, friends? Leave your comments. The factory also manufactures interior and entrance doors. They use various materials such as ceramic granite and sintered stone. Take a look at this interesting hidden door. On the outside, on that side, there's a handle you can use to lock yourself in. So if someone goes inside, this is often used. You might have seen it, for example, in expensive hotels or restaurants. When there's a staff room, they go in there and so outsiders can't get in, or for other purposes. Just look at the craftsmanship. Everything is done very neatly. The aluminum profile, everything is just perfectly fitted. Also, for example, here I can show you doors made of veneer. So this one already has a more classic look. Handles on both sides. This option is great for more formal or minimalist interiors. Doors are also made of glass. This option might be more suitable for offices or, well, it depends on the project, whatever someone prefers. I can show you a door that I really liked. Its original price is from $4,000. But here, this door costs only $1,000. Let's go take a look. This is the door from the Rimadesio collection, the Moon collection. So here it's $1,000, while the original starts at $4,000. What do you think? In addition to interior doors, the factory also offers some solutions for entrance doors with various designs. This is a new release from Rimadesio this year. In the original, they open to the side, but here they open from the center. And look, there is also an element of electronic control here. So for those who love all these electronic gadgets, here you go. In fact, our designers and many clients often request doors with a hinge right in the center. It's a highly requested model. I also wanted to show you this gigantic structure that can protect your villa and your massive entrance. Just take a look at this door. The door is 12 centimeters thick. You can use different materials, but here they used sintered stone and burglary resistance class number 4. This means that for 30 minutes, it is guaranteed that no one will be able to break through it. And the hinges are also guaranteed to withstand at least 30 minutes before a break-in can occur. What do you think of this door? Would you install one for yourself? Here you can see what a meeting room or an executive's office might look like. Look at how elegantly everything is done. There are also many samples displayed on the table. When you personally come to China, you can choose any material, glass, ceramics. You can see and touch everything in person. Here's an example of a children's room that your child definitely won't outgrow quickly. There is plenty of storage space, as well as areas for creativity. For example, this door supports a mode where you can draw on it with special pencils, then simply wash everything off and draw again. In addition, there are shelves like these for storing various gadgets, accessories, and so on. So there are a lot of well thought out features, and stylistically it looks really cool. I know that many clients really like fabric panels that can be attached to the wall, as well as those used in different wardrobes. This factory works perfectly with those too. Take a look at the available options. There are also different fabric color options you can choose and have them custom made. This factory has established itself as a very reliable partner. We've been working with them for a long time and we've almost never had any complaints. Just look at this office and how they treat their employees. More than 150 people work in this office, and the company as a whole has over 300 employees. The company is innovative and modern with its own building and land, which is very important for Chinese factories. And we guarantee that it is a reliable partner for placing Rimadesio furniture orders here. Friends, many of our clients are simply delighted with this factory. They received their goods, everything was installed perfectly, and everyone was satisfied with the quality and design. So if you like projects in the Rimadesio style, please contact us and we will help bring your dream project to life. This was Matvey with you, GLOBUS company, premium furniture from China.